It's going to take some innovative ideas if the Montana Department of Transportation can find a way to make safety improvements along the Lolo Corridor of Highway 93. Faced with a rapidly growing amount of traffic, especially during the morning and afternoon commutes, 93 between Florence and the southern edge of Missoula presents a real challenge. Finding solutions isn't as simple as building an entirely new stretch of road. There are limited funds, limited right-of-way, especially coming through Lolo, and the bad weather bottleneck of the Lolo S-curves. There's also the matter of not disrupting the tens of thousands of vehicles that depend on the route with no other options daily. But engineers working with the state say they've been able to gather some great input over the past couple of years of this corridor study, and many of those ideas look to gain a measure of control over the problem of turning traffic.
So we're looking at trying to consolidate accesses if it's possible and designating some primary intersections where we can have some enhanced control. And that might be anything from a traffic signal to a roundabout to what's called a reduced conflict intersection, where we're encouraging people to take a right turn and then a left at a designated turnaround location.
I've seen those turnarounds used elsewhere in similar situations on dangerous, crowded four-lane highways in Washington, and they've offered a marked safety improvement. And drivers can actually save time by using them instead of waiting minutes for a chancy pullout. However, it's not just cars being considered.
We've heard about deer and elk and even bear and mountain lion, so we know this is a really active corridor for wildlife. We are looking at different treatments. We've had several meetings with resource agencies, Fish, Wildlife and Parks, and U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, and we even had a field review where we met with them on the ground and we could take a look at a couple of important locations. So it's ranging from anything like improving existing infrastructure. There might be a culvert that we can enlarge to help wildlife pass, or we could look at new crossings, grade separated overcrossing or undercrossing to help wildlife pass over the or under the highway and reduce those wild animal conflicts with vehicles.
The recommendation should be finalized this coming spring. Although there's no guarantee the improvements will happen immediately. However, with the passage of that infrastructure bill and the billions of dollars that became available, it's more likely than it was a couple of years ago. In fact, MDT says having a plan makes funding more likely.
And the whole idea with this project is better late than never. I mean, you think about the growth from when this was first proposed in '08, it just keeps getting more and more complicated.
Yes, and I keep saying to people, Montana has been discovered, and we are growing. There's a lot of development in the area, I think all across the state. It's a popular destination for people moving in, and we know that development and growth is going to continue, so we really want to think about improving this corridor to handle that.
In Lolo, Dennis Bragg, Montana News Now.